Hello, good morning, my dear students of class 6. How do you do? I hope you all are doing great by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am Mohammad Mamunur Rahman, English teacher of Madhubur Saraswati Higher Secondary School, and welcoming you in this live class brought to you by Madhubur Saraswati. You know, my dear students of class 6, in my last class, I discussed some important items regarding sentence. Today, in this live class, I am going to discuss something new items, that is parts of speech. Okay, my dear students, we use many words or some words in the sentence, and each word have some different characteristics, different meanings, and different functions, and they play a significant role for the development of a successful sentence. So, each word or every word in the sentence is called parts of speech. Well, there are 8 parts of speech in English grammar. They are noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. First of all, it comes the most important and most easiest thing, that is noun. So what is noun? A noun is a naming word. A noun is a naming word. We call a person, a thing, or even a place and many ideas or abstract things by its name. And every name is a noun. For example, my dear students, please look at the board. Here I am writing some examples for your clear understanding. Honesty is a great virtue. My dear students, please look at the board. I have written here some examples. So in the very first sentence, we can see that Kamal is a subject here, because this sentence is talking about Kamal, and this one is predicate that we have learned in our previous class. But in parts of speech, Kamal is a naming word. Kamal is a naming word, that's why it is a noun, and it can be a pronoun. Again, honesty. Honesty is a great virtue. It is an abstract noun. Again, honesty is an abstract noun. The cow lives on the grass. The cow is a naming word, and it's another noun here. Okay, gold is a valuable metal. Gold is also a noun. So if we can, what can we understand? What we can understand from these examples? We can understand that the noun, a word which indicates some name, which indicates a name, or which is used as a name, is called a noun. And again, there are various types of noun. We will understand this noun in our next class, while engaging ourselves in characteristics or classification of noun. Now it's time to discuss about parts of speech. So let's go our next one, that is pronoun. Okay, my dear students, I think you can understand the topic. Now, well, pronoun is also a noun related word. Pronoun is also a noun related word. We use pronoun instead of a noun. Instead of a noun, to indicate the noun, the word which we written in a sentence is called a pronoun. For example, Shakira is a great singer. She is very famous in our country. My dear students, the first sentence shows the name Shakira is a great singer, and in the second sentence, she is used instead of Shakira. Instead of her name, we use she here, and this is indicating the person Shakira. That's why the pronoun tells us something which is used instead or indicating the noun. Instead of Shakira, we use she, and that's why she is a pronoun here. She is a pronoun here. And again, another examples I think can make you more understand. Students are reading. They are very punctual. Here again, students is a plural noun here. That's why the pronoun is also used in plural form. So the students, they is indicating the noun students here, and it's a pronoun. Okay, I think you can understand. So our next topic is about adjective. My dear students, adjective. So adjective, what is adjective? Let me discuss it. Adjective is qualifying. It qualifies a noun or pronoun. It tells us something. It tells us something about the noun or pronoun. For example, she is a clever girl. The boy is very honest. Okay, look at the examples here. I have taken two examples. So the first one is she is subject, is the verb, and clever. We know that this word clever indicating or tells about something about the subject or noun or pronoun. Yeah, she is a pronoun. Okay, it tells something about the pronoun, that's why it's an adjective. Adjective. And again, the boy is very honest is also an adjective here. It is also an adjective. So let's jump to our next one, which is very much important. Which is very much important to understand, or you may work with it a lot of times in your all spheres of life. So it's very much important. So you must be very attentive to learn it. My dear students, the topic is the verb. Topic is verb. Most important thing, verb. So verb is a word that denotes or expresses or explains or indicates being, having, doing, or any action in any form, or an action in any form. It denotes the idea of being, having, doing, or action in any form. So let's take some examples. He is a student. Here is also, we know that it is a be verb, and he is. Being means he is something. That is a being verb, and it is also, we can call it a verb. And have is I have two pens. I have two pens. Which is something have. The person is something in his phone. That is have. So it's a having verb, and again doing means to do something, verb. And again, what about action? Action is the moon looks bright. The moon looks bright. Here looks is a verb. So the verb is which express being, having, doing, or any action or an action in any form is called verb. So let's jump to our next rule, that is adverb. It is adverb. My dear students, please be attentive. Prashant in my class. The adverb. Adverb is which modifies every part of speech, except a noun or pronoun. It's called an adverb, which modifies every part of speech except a noun or pronoun. For example, she drives slowly. She drives slowly. The boy is very clever. And again, she walks very slowly. She walks very slowly. My dear students, the first one, drives, is a verb. You know, it is a verb, and slowly is an adverb. And this word modifying the verb. How does she drive? How does she drive? She drives slowly. It is modifying the adverb. That's why it is modifying the verb. Actually, it is adverb. And again, the boy is very clever. Here, clever is an adjective. Here, clever is an adjective, and very is an adverb, and it is adjective. The adjective here is modified by the adverb very, and that's why it's the adverb. And again, the most interesting thing in the last sentence is we can see walks is a verb, very is an adverb, and again slowly is also an adverb. Thus, this very adverb is modifying another adverb. Adverb is modifying another adverb here. So you can call the both of the verb is adverb. So now I think you can understand the topic. It's time to discuss about preposition. So preposition. What is preposition? Preposition is one kind of parts of speech which is placed before a noun or pronoun. I repeat, which is placed before a noun or pronoun. And what's the purpose of placing before noun and pronoun? The purpose is it shows the relations. It shows the relations of that noun and pronoun to any other words of the sentence. Let me clear. So preposition is a word before a noun or pronoun. It will be take place before a noun or pronoun. And what's the purpose of placing here? The purpose is to show that noun or pronoun with any other words of the sentence. It always shows the relation of noun and pronoun with any other words of the sentence. So, I think an example can make you more understand. So, let's follow my example and keep your eyes on the board so that you can easily understand. Okay. I think the fish is in the pond. The fish is in the pond. The book is on the table. The book is on the table. Here in and on is the preposition, and before replace before a noun or pronoun here. The pronoun is noun and the book is also a noun, and it shows the relation with other words of the sentence. That's why it's a preposition. Now it's time to focus on conjunctions. Conjunction is a word. Conjunction is a word which adds or which connects. Which adds or which connects two words, or one word with another word, or one sentence with another sentence. So you can see that if conjunction is a word, the main thing is that it connects two words or two different sentences. Here, Reva and Rekha are two sisters. Again, she is rich but unhappy. Here, and is added here two nouns or two words. Two words is connected by the word and. That's why it's a conjunction. And again, she is rich but unhappy. Here, she is rich is a principal clause and unhappy is also a principal clause, and this true clause is connected by this coordinating conjunction but. That's why it's we can call it a conjunction. Okay, now jump to our last one, that is interjection. Interjection is a word which express certain feelings. For example, wow, it is a nice gift. Again, hurrah, today is holiday. Okay, my dear students, please look at the board. I have written again here two examples. The first one is wow. Wow is an interjection, and hurrah is also an interjection because it expresses a certain feelings. And one thing you must be very careful while using these type of conjunctions in a sentence. That is, you must put a note of exclamation marks at the end of the conjunctions. And again, that's why we can use here a note of exclamation marks. And again, hurrah, today is holiday. Hurrah, today is holiday. Here we also use note of exclamation marks. I think you can understand my topic very easily, and you all have enjoyed my class. So if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments section, or you can take some help. The book which is prescribed by our institutions for your understanding or for your better future. So that's all for today. I hope all your better future. Assalamu alaikum.